now buried together.
Monday Night Raw for the 15th time in the river. We are live tonight, and the host tonight live to Monday Night Raw by Snickers. And we are into the big event, has her opportunity, and her champion, Io Sky, defending the championship at Wrestling. Logan Paul promises to call out the fighting crisis of confidence as of late. Indeed beatable, because Jimmy Morthless Gunther tonight. Raw on Netflix.
Sold out.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Become a scowl. Champion John Cena.
Well, fam.
No. Me, John Cena, to do you. Right, you're gonna hurt. There's so much you could make. For starters, I have a little, sometimes words with the letter S. Going on last in your final rest. Hey. Bingo. All right. I created, there's so, perhaps I'm struggling. But that your words have matched this audience. I used to sing Poncho and Lefty. I know you cared about them. So take the album, John Cena, really.
I'm not going to reduce my... I'm also... you.
They've been saying for years, I don't give a have manipulated your way to the top of it. All you have done that the WWE chauffeur. Nothing more than my show. Just because he stole the blueprint.
You have to be authentic because they can too perfect. You're too gimmicks like them singing your name. Pied Piper, because all you've tricked these people into loving music and entrance. There is not much. But you could walk me your first breath. Doesn't act like me, and he sure as hell doesn't. You don't look like you. You don't act like you to show who you are. So mix of every superstar he's ever loved, and it makes you look like a 16. You is someone mediocre wearing a symbol of mastery to have it paraded, who is so into himself he had it. It's what your tattoo is that by the toy belt that they buy and is taking that home forever. And an errand boy that got.
I'd like to say this. Maybe chosen, but chose me. Is it one guy in an office who chose you who's... Oh yeah, I don't know who I am. Who the hell knows who they are? Me, and if anybody, it's a company. Gosh, I'm not, because I know you've got more dick. You public speaking lessons? Well, you're the one. Steve. John, what a softball you've thrown me by what you created, pal. You created a pack up and go elsewhere and say, went to Hollywood, John. Don't act like you. There are two of us standing in this hole and all that logic that you just threw. Which one of us sold out to The Rock? You're still my hero. So a piece of shit.
With feces and not facts. Harder than you, and never once in all that, present company included, taking their step on this canvas. It is a challenge to their strongest swing to see if they are worth. No one has been worth. That's why Cody always been here, because no matter how high, I find a way to make it grow, because you realize that your best you can. Empires for billionaires. See,
John, no. Hey, I think I've been through. Never once. You can't wrestle.
Into it for a cheap shot. Cody hooked him. Has said, I guess Cody Rhodes isn't afraid to show WrestleMania. Cody Rhodes can show the champion. No. Turn the music noise down.
Y'all starting to piss me off. Not like this fraud. As a matter of fact, JBL. And now, I bring to you Kofi Kingston, J-Rock.
So Jay was in a very busy weekend already in Dallas after they dumped Big E a few weeks back.
I never thought I would root, and I'm rooting for him.
I'll tell you right now, Kingston and Woods are going to be
On a Clothesline World Tour right now.
What do you make of Rey Mysterio?
Basically, a dad that makes Tyron Lannister look like Ward Cleaver. Came out, I mean, like I'm telling you, like Nelson Mandela came out of all this. Well, so I don't mind a locker room leader. It just
Rey Mysterio retired you from in-ring.
Didn't want me to go to the ring. That Michael Jordan would danger my life.
I heard Larry Heckett cleared you for competition. He held the title at Open Mania, of course. He is done for them in their career. Went for the 6-1.
He had become an albatross around the necks. A return that was never coming. I have a little empathy, a little differently. I will accept that. However,
in 16 years, title in this building. And now he's
taking the gloves off and slugging away. Big E to return.
I mean, they are one of the greatest tag teams, if not.
They were one of the great tag teams the last couple of years. They've been.
Kofi Kingston able to hang on. Kofi pointing back at JBL and right to the gut of Mysterio. Very vicious, very... Sean, what exactly is his problem?
With Big E, everybody loved him. Without Big E, they're actually going to be an actual worldwide phenomenon. Kofi just happens to be a
Mysterio able to counter and send Kofi into the steel. Matchup. Former world champion. Ray now pounding Kingston face first off the step. His business and been completely
Ray assaulting Kofi out here?
Well, Pat, the senior official, going to let a few things go here as Kingston had the referee distracted. Advantage of the distraction by Woods.
Well, the eye off his opponent for too long, and of course, old school smash mouth wrestling.
That's what I love. No idea what you're talking about.
Couple of different.
No recollection of that.
Oh, Kofi off the top rope, right across the. Yeah.
Did you take a bribe off Michael Cole tonight too? Is that?
Suitors, man, he can go.
I really
didn't know. He is legends at WrestleMania.
At least 5 times a night.
Get to this. On Monday Night Raw, sold out in Dallas, American Airlines Center. Live on Netflix.
And there's Mysterio, which has led to Kofi Kingston clearly.
A couple of different times right now. Oh, and down goes Kingston. His partner Kofi. Rey Mysterio from Saturday in Indianapolis. The most Mysterio's 15th Royal Rumble match, tying him for minute, 2 seconds. 1 minute, I should say,
Michael Cole Royal Rumble entrant.
Let's not even get into that. Here comes Ray off the second rope. Ray, basement drop kick.
Simply cannot write off the Hall of Famer Ray, as good as he's ever been.
Yeah, it's infuriating. He does have him.
And now Mysterio staggered.
Kingston now spear fall.
Mysterio desperately trying to duck out. And say what you want about the attitude of his locked eyes on them, watching their every move.
Jealousy. People are jealous of the New Day.
Mr.
Kofi. Kofi, get out of there. Get out of there, Kofi.
And he saw it. He caught him.
All of a sudden now Ted Pat realizes he's a referee.
To the distraction.
Well, Rey Mysterio perhaps could have had this one.
Oh, shut up. I've seen this movie. And it sucked.
Now on Ray, who kicks out at 2.
Why he himself is indeed a future Hall of Famer.
This is exactly what you expect out of 2 former world champions.
Audience.
Dallas, Texas, that's seen a little bit. He got him!
Attacking Mysterio from behind.
Well, before
actually the SOS cycle, here come the LWO Mysterio's buddies.
Of the LWO, Rey Mysterio, not a moment
to do with the LWO here tonight, who come in
day.
That is Wild and Del Toro. Attack from behind again.
Hit and run.
At the end of that match, going for the SOS. JBL for joining us tonight. It's been a fun time, partner.
It's time, trust me, JBL.
Well,
Thank you for coming.
Last week, Penta.
The business. Penta is here. Be prepared to be wowed.
The man who shows absolutely no fear.
On his backstabber. Absolutely.
This is my new home.
Thank you, Sankofa. New era.
Yeah, well, I was slated for an interview earlier tonight with American. See, he is busy, so.
I was inspiring the team. Man enough to admit when I have a problem. And that started when that, I mean, what are we going to do here? Libre, an intelligent man with a mustache, my luchador problem. The rest of the crew's already got their marching orders.
All over it.
And those tag titles should have already had our and we're going to be done forever. Like, there's something to be proud of there. Take those titles away from the team that's at the end of their career, and it's
been made the red, white, and blue with waists wrapped in gold.
Cole, Wade, back to you.
Tom Blake. Sami Zayn is here live.
CM Punk, but right now I'm with Karrion Kross.
4 espressos. I broke a bunch of baseball bats.
That is some sort of sick joke, but I have to. What's next for you?
Well, I mean, look, I'm the only guy to emotional meltdown about it. What do you want from me?
I couldn't help but know on that.
No, I don't. He's on an assignment. Next question.
Monday Night Raw on Netflix, right? Opportunity is in the air.
Competition here. I have my eyes on a few people. One of them being CM Punk. Way of justifying terrible things that he does to people. One relatives, the next he's helping Roman beat up his relatives. I mean, words. Do not believe a word Sami Zayn he says either. Well, I guess we're all going to. Very exciting.
Please welcome Sami.
The underdog from the underground, night in Dallas.
I'm a real product player. You know I'm the man. My toes get tired with.
Gave up to 30% off select styles.
Men, of course, the Freebirds and Von Erich, who was one of the two WrestleManias in the American Airlines Center, hosting the very first season of the reality show NXT.
Young Devil. Yeah. I'll tell you this, Cole. The birth of WrestleMania is in the history of our great
And people
industry.
unfairly Zayn.
I'm not going to beat around the bush. And I am officially entered. Maybe it was time I helped myself. And when I started thinking about that, man, that opened up a whole me. I started thinking about them and the thousands that are actually lucky enough to call themselves else in that group, and that group of guys, they're all in, and them, and I'm talking about Roman Reigns, I'm talking about Drew, is that they have a world champion. I don't, okay? I've had a great career. I've supported me throughout the years. Your support through the years has meant more to. So no, I want it! Still with me. He sets foot in this ring with me. I want it. So I am going to take.
Probably knows Sami Zayn better than anyone is here. Is carrying the Winged Eagle Rose, the true undisputed WWE champion.
Well, regardless of what the fact, and that could become a reality.
Friends for much of their career, bitter enemies for
Powder keg at the moment. You may want to stay back, Sami.
I knew it was a matter of time before you'd come. Come on, Kev.
What?
So how's this going to go down?
Oh, come on. Look, I'll admit that when I saw you team with Roman Reigns, okay, I'll admit it, but then I started thinking a bit more on it, and I looked at the situation, and I realized that, you know, you in history. And you know, enough to admit, I did a lot of terrible things to you in the past that you forgave me. Just are. You're a good person. That's for people, especially for your friend. You're more like a brother to me than a friend. I've said this time until you believe that you can and will. That the Sami Zayn I've known for 20 years to win the Royal Rumble. You deserve to go on to Wrestle. And then, you know, everything we've seen each other do in this business, main evented WrestleMania together and won the tag team. It's the main event WrestleMania one-on-one. And if that, as long as but you know what? I know you'll win your back. I do. WWE champion, because just like you had Roman's, I mean, if I need you.
On NBC for Saturday night's main event. He'll sign the contract. Antonio's own, the Hall of Famer, the Heartbreak Kid.
An Intercontinental Championship match this Saturday against. Why is this title so important to you?
You know, Miss Kelly, in my career I beat the biggest superstar. The IC title is the first championship that drew me to Dublin. I've been so close on so many times. Tonight's main event, I am going to burst that bleeding Tango Braun Championship I have never won. And for everyone watching.
Championship, Sheamus. It's because this Saturday, I'm gonna beat Favor and retire.
Well, to steal Sheamus's WWE Women's Champion Bayley, she's here in Bayley is. She hasn't been able to put SmackDown again. Bayley, Jax, live on Netflix.
Ask you about your match against Sheamus last week. Obviously, Continental Championship. Does that match sting a little bit?
Sheamus, everybody knows we are gonna go to war, and that war, you know, there also comes a high risk of. It is all good. It is okay. I might know in my heart. I know I will. Caesar is going to be superior, and he's to be worried about. Take a look at our locker room. I mean, Breaker, biggest badass we have around here, Intercontinental Champion. The man that everyone's talking about.
Penta? I mean, to be fair, Penta had an incredible.
Penta is gonna get the world coming to Monday Night Raw, but now Jackie is done.
Penta. That'd be an inch. Row. Well, actually, we are in the front row. Wade Barrett and I, gentlemen. What a legend. Live in Dallas, where tonight's show is presented by Transfer Window. Talking about what happened earlier tonight when Rhea Ripley, the world champion, arrived at Monday Night Raw.
Warpath for weeks now after losing her championship. Those with the gold, such as Rhea Ripley, who, until thankfully order was restored. However,
They, of course, met in Australia last year. Elimination for Rhea Ripley, and then was embarrassed when Bayley and the women's champion got into it with Bayley. Sent out a tweet today when Bayley was announced.
well, Roxanne Perez also showed up this past fall, preventing Bayley from defeating Tiffany Stratton.
Following contest is scheduled for one fall. Bayley!
This has been a decade ago in NXT. These women have made 7-6 edge in victory.
Out the Annihilator.
Well, Bayley, of course, battled Nia Jax again in bad blood, would lose there as Nia. Bayley's first night on Monday Night Raw, and I'm glad to have a new leaf here as Bayley goes.
You have done nothing but the corner, huh?
Well, we'll see how she does in this match tonight. As Bayley as champion on Friday Night SmackDown before Tiffany Stratton cashed it to lift Bayley up on her shoulders and a kick out by Jax. Both of these women have declared Saturday in Indianapolis, Indiana. Nia Jax hooks both legs and Bayley kicks out at one, but
Power and timing from Nia Jax, who is Bayley. Had all the momentum.
That are going to have to compete against inside the Rumble. Nia has been pro eliminations in that matchup. She's the first woman. She enters her 6th Royal Rumble this year. Elbow miss
From Nia Jax when she competed in 2 Rumbles.
Speaking of Iron Women, how about Bayley last year? Rumble record of 1 hour, 3 minutes, and 1 Uranagi by Jax.
Here's the problem with Bayley. Go crossing time zones, and eventually, but now especially after that match on SmackDown, thus far from the Raw Rumble.
Now getting the face of Rock. Bayley, and Bayley smacked her right
Match against somebody like Nia Jax. Keep your focus.
out of the arena. Bayley and Nia having a... And Bayley now taken out by Nia.
Well, that is the issue. Bayley turned up at NXT last, haunting Bayley everywhere she goes.
Well, I look at it. Respect here in WWE. Roxanne's Nia Jax now. Bayley doesn't want...
That could not have tasted good.
Yeah, Nia Jax has been too powerful at every...
Just been with Roxanne Perez at ringside.
Heart and effort now. Oh, and a big elbow drops. Royal Rumble eliminations in the women's match. She has
Jax is the favorite for the women's Royal Rumble. Jax, if they're going to stand a chance.
I agree. Nia's the favorite.
Competitors.
Cover now by Nia. Hook of the leg and a kick out.
And it is to be a loyal subject of this woman.
And a guy from Northern Ireland we met last night. English foot right in the throat of Bayley. Official.
And you're saying all these nice things about Bayley. Not in chance of that nature just 1 week ago.
Yeah, she didn't really. It's not nice. And now Bayley now. Oh!
Well, ground and pound.
Cover! This has been quite the battle between on the arm of Bayley. Here's the hook of the leg now on Bayley.
Of Tiffany Stratton in their matchup for the women's, the champ retaining her gold.
Wait, I was going to ask.
Other way,
yes,
all of the weight of Nia Jax.
Asked the question if Bayley was 100% coming into this match tonight.
Fighting like a one-armed bandit, but ultimately has the upper hand. He has any chance whatsoever in this one. She needs to win.
Raw, we're live tonight, sold out at the American. 72 on hand for this matchup between Bayley. Monday Night Raw roster. Nia Jax is here, part of the trans shoulder of Bayley.
Just shows you the growing smile. It is all a mental game for Jax.
Yeah,
and it gets better and better.
That has matured over the past couple of years and really made.
It's an absolute treat watching Jax every time she's in that ring.
In trouble.
This could be a count out here, Cole.
Count out winning. I don't blame her.
Well, Bayley so resolved. Just bought herself a win here.
Count to
already been done.
Oh!
Taste of your own medicine.
And a move. Now drops the elbow. Again covering Jax.
Can sink at Nia Jax and clearly hampered Nia Jax.
Yeah,
what else do you have in the tank, Bayley?
But her arm.
Yeah, to do that in
looking
a
for the Rose
split
Plant.
second is pretty.
Late for the win. Nia continues to work on the injury.
Bringing out new moves of her own arsenal.
Now,
when she smells blood, she starts enjoying it a bit too much. Just a game-changing slug to the jaw.
Jax is dissecting Bayley here tonight.
Against the steel ring post.
Well, the official better step in. Taking off the rope as she went for the Annihilator. Bayley's got to check down. Bayley again covered. What a win this would be for the...
Right now, Michael Cole, when you are injured in a match, only for your opponent to still have enough left to be
chance. Ring through the American Airlines Center. Nia Jax back to her. Nia Jax now powering Bayley up to her shoulder. But power bomb on the tailbone. Kick out.
Desperately trying to avoid that landing on the back. Ended up
from Bayley for the win. And again, Jax to do.
I mean, if this hits the bullseye and somehow that it's good night for Bayley from here. What
stand she has control. Went for the belly to belly. Injured, clips Nia in the back of the knee.
As resourceful as
and drop.
Knocking just a carcass at this point, Michael Cole.
It was Jax seals the deal.
Just owning of Bayley by this woman, but this year after a false start of losing her.
Member of the Monday Night Raw roster. Nia Jax, the champion, is here. Rhea bloody.
Oh, that's the question.
And Rhea going right after Nia Jax. Rhea taking the fight to Nia tonight.
Well, throw one at.
Well, they security sent in the ring to separate
against Bayley.
Well, how do you think Rhea feels? Nia Jax ambush.
We've got about every security guard and producer, and we haven't.
And that was Rhea's turn.
Two alpha females swinging everything they...
Right on the back of her head, on the apron. Nia Jax.
Oh, God, Nia's lost
table.
And these security guards, they're not getting in the way.
And Nia security on Rhea now. Take it out. Rhea Ripley and Nia Jax beating the hell.
Main event.
Oh, Rhea and Nia! Saturday night at 7. Civil Force meets the immovable odd
matchup. What an appetizer.
Saturday night!
Do you jump, Pierce? Just say yes.
Well, last week our main event on Monday Night Raw. Watch this, Wade. The broken era.
Coleman. Finn Balor was not done bringing Balor back. Judgment Day members got involved until the
time for us.
Raw is.
You said you could help me with my lucha problem, right? Guess be out. Oh. Hey, JD McNidge. What is that all about?
It's a long story, but it's the tag title rematch, and Finn's not going to be there. He's laid up. It's all right. We're going to forfeit this match if we don't get it.
The plus wall's looking a little empty.
Yeah, mind that, do you?
Oh, no. He's gonna love this idea. He's gonna love it. And goes better than the one that you had for my match with Rhea. Milk my little honey bunny?
No, I haven't.
Oh, you will. Let's go.
This is for the WWE
And that meant spreading my wings and shedding. Use them to become something more. Next is building a legacy of champion.
Like the bitter bruiserweight Pete Dunne got Penta. That is next here on Raw.
Take a moment to pause and reflect and honor a man, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.
Every morning that you get, well, here's some hope.
I have a dream of my poor little men, but by the content of their character, I have. And black men and white men will be able to free at last, free at last. Now is the time.
Then today.
You know, I'm glad you're not on Monday Night Raw
Here very
because
often.
the rumor in the locker room time.
Yeah, that is the biggest pile of something.
Birmingham, England, weighing in at 2 done.
You know, I want to remind everyone, SmackDown can be seen on the USA Network right here on Netflix.
Fair. As you are unfair to Pete Dunne. He should be miserable. He's had that Minister of Nomso. It's like me calling you Clown Boy.
They're gonna call me by my real name. Then I said, this is the problem. The disrespect I get. I'm the bruiserweight. I'm the best. Hey, to disrespect me. And I don't get a look in.
Gentlemen, Monday Night Raw sold out tonight, 15,000. Notre Dame's head coach, Marcus Freeman, had a press conference late last week. Freeman talked about his...
And he came in the year after I got coming in. It was I was a fan, you know, me. But now my kids I can take my kids there. We try to.
Marcus Freeman. That Freeman was talking about was Ohio State University's June.
It's like always, they just want to be some Gucci, the Pico Brown. I'm the one that is well, alright.
I know you got your match with Drew coming up. I just want to tell you, it got through to me. All right?
I need to show up. And you know what? I'm almost rooting. I will throw you right over that top rope.
Good luck.
We have an all-star field of some... Is the bruiserweight Pete Dunne. It's interesting, he was out here saying no.
Gross incompetence from somebody in production.
Fasten your seatbelts. Everyone is loving Penta. Everyone flying his...
You call about my looks.
What a debut last week. Penta. And tonight, Penta goes head to...
Butch, just stop saying the B word. We'll have to keep repeating it. Let's grind the gears of...
And Penta have met before tonight on Monday Night Raw. And Dunne and Penta now.
He's been wowing the globe for years. Once upon a time, it was no end that the spotlight has firmly turned.
Champion and NXT UK champ as well. And
he's here on Netflix. At no point was for
oh my God!
To make a break the shiny new toy of the bosses here.
The fans are
Michael Cole.
I was going to say Butch. It was Dunne catches him with a stump up enziguri to the back of the head.
This is a rude awakening.
Oh! And Pete Dunne outside the ring doesn't want to be out there. Been tough bruiserweight, the brawler.
Yeah.
Right on the apron. Penta's in. You know, many weeks people have talked about him arriving here in WWE. He's wrestled before, and a man who, if he wants to, simple.
Well, I'll tell you right now, I've been in locker rooms where it gives you more motivation than ever than to...
Pete Dunne looking to break the fingers of Penta, the man who's the guard here in Dallas.
Well, I guarantee you this, Pete, that I've been working hard for over the past few. Yet people like you want to mock him and disrespect him, Michael Cole.
Move on in his life.
Definitely forget about that. I should the entire.
Penta whipped across the ring and a big.
Be honest, guys like Pete Dunne have been working under the and he really has deserved the kind of
Dunne
nightmare for Penta.
Eddie Orango finally separating Dunne.
Well, it's already been done to the face of Penta, whose nose
his career as a teenager before arriving on the scene as part of the NXT.
A shocking debut for Penta last week. Done his homework on Penta, has been prepping
for something to prove tonight here on Netflix. By Pete Dunne, he's a grounded the high flyer. Oh!
Jador, and this has completely gone off the rails now for Pink because he is getting beaten from pillar to.
But he's man of the world.
Is clearly working.
Uh-oh, nobody home. Penta ducked underneath that. Now Dunne face first.
We've got a little glimpse of the durability of
the midsection.
But has now bounced back with a vent.
And now down goes in. I believe the shoulders were up as well as Penta.
And then these jaw-dropping forms of
Death Valley driver driving Dunne into the match. Sold out. Great match between Penta and Dunne.
Hitting. Both have taken a lot of abuse in the.
Oh, wow! The Mexican!
I don't know if it was instinct or what, but thank for a couple.
What did you say? Out of the danger zone? I would be too. Hilo! For Penta, man, showing the wear and tear of this match.
The dub here. Take a look at this. Mexican did moving gingerly in ring. What on earth is Penta cooking?
Penta back into the ring, measuring his opponent. What's Dunne going to do here? And now it's done. That was close.
Late kick out there from now the ball squarely in the court of the Bruiser. It is Pete Dunne just carries an aura of. He cannot do that with someone like Dunne.
Dunne looking for a triangle and break this hold, and he does. Penta.
Well, what a powerhouse that is. The high flying.
This last week against Gable, he calls it the breaker.
They have dislocated the right shoulder of the brute.
Lipton, Pete Dunne up. Joy to watch. Penta off to a roaring start.
Penta doesn't hide at all. He simply grew into breaker on Dunne. Followed by this, the sacrifice. And it's 2-0 now for this.
Yeah, an emotional Penta as well. He told us last week to be able to participate here in ring
at fear into the locker room because they know one day I'm probably going to.
The newest member of the Monday Night.
For years, all of you have wanted me to fail. Then I become the best at it. I became. This is my life now. Superstar to ever step foot in that ring.
Nonetheless,
real cheap shot.
Monday Night Raw, sensational Logan Paul here on
Tag Team Champs. The War Raiders put the gold on the line. Dirty Dom and J.D. McDonough, World Tag Team.
Cody Rhodes will sign the contract with Kevin Owens for his ladder match. WWE Champion live next week. He told me earlier today he was I didn't get upset that the great Alicia Tate. He's a man of the people, Wade. Our hockey analyst. Take it away, Jack.
So much for coming out here for this.
Before you get to questions, I have a question for you. What?
No, it is, but let's get to the question. Something you're looking to do for the first time ever in a PLE that you've never won, and Roman Reigns, John Cena, Sami Zayn just declared earlier tonight for CM Punk.
Main evented the first Monday Night Raw Royal Rumble. It is a very fickle history, and I'll do it in 2 short weeks at the Royal Rumble over the top rope. The stakes on, and that is when CM Punk comes alive, and these people behind me. I can't see John Cena. Roman Reigns needed. There are no friends. It's every about Sami Zayn. He's not on my level. You broke, and I'll kill Hulkamania once and live on Peacock in living color at CM Punk. And I am settling scores. And his hand raised. One name.
Thank you so much for your time.
Part of the Royal Rumble, it is an all-star field. Fans in the Rumble as well. Drew McIntyre proved once again in a rematch with Seth Rollins tonight.
I know you got a lot on your minds this week as you have a Title II taking this week to prepare.
Prepare. And defend these World Tag Team Champions. Prestige to this division. But we are very excited.
You're looking past next week's title defense and forward, just to name a few.
I don't want to cut you off, but I have to cut. Knows how hard it is. We had times, both of us are here standing as your champions. We have target and all teams at any time. Any
luck next week, and it sounds like we have more action, so let's send it out to
tremendous tag team champions.
Introducing first, the company collective, the team of
is visiting Dallas, Texas, and Monday Night Raw tonight, and we're sold out. 15,000 here to Dallas.
Her in action imminently. Here on Netflix, all of us are around the entire world.
Pat McAfee is. That's why we're stuck with Wade for now, Paul. You're not an actual employee. In the ring, we'll team up here tonight. The official. Well, there is no love lost, but it's control. You notice Kairi Sane is not for that. You can blame Pure Fusion Collective.
Left in agony after yet another sneak attack by...
Yeah, Kairi Sane suffering a hand injury with Dakota Kai, coming up championship tournament. Won, of course, by here in WWE. I believe I proved that last week, and indeed
hated her two opponents tonight in various rounds. And then in the semi-final, Zoe Stark. Sky, but man, it will be a glorious win.
DeVille, the mastermind of this group, looking on. Champion at NXT with Io Sky. Her opponent here.
Like a missile! That was amazing!
Like a missile!
I mean, what a missile drop kick. Oh, it was so good. And then here you, a tight hook pin immediately there. This was Sky desperate for this tag. Get a fresh woman in there. But Kai, after that drop kick, I've never seen anything quite like that.
Tag team champion, double team now by Zoe.
Really impressed by the performance is Sonya Deville, a former executive here in WWE.
And Zoe to join her group. Just tell it like it is.
Well, good for PFC right now, who are completely dominate. Springboard missile drop kick from Zoe Stark.
And she wears a knee brace because remember, she missed a
of Dakota Kai because she has been blasted all around. It's her physicality do the talking, and it is
out the pressure on Dakota Kai.
After a match, give them a souvenir, tear something, break something there with some form of injury.
Tag made to Zoe, trying to Baszler now sent out of the ring. Dakota makes a tag. Here comes,
and this match has completely turned around.
Yeah, Io. Look at Io go.
Well, I'd say Kai is down and out now. Always putting her body on the line, perhaps the highest risk.
As well, and a kick up by Io.
Well, the corner of the ring.
Sky hooks the leg. Zoe kicks it too.
Zoe Stark, who simply doesn't look like she's...
Kai made her pay, and now Io headed up to the top rope. Zoe takes advantage.
Gonna say nobody left.
Put her away here. Wow, what a move by...
I tell you right now, for years, when people have brought up the word potential, come to fruition now.
And Zoe stacks her up again. And Dakota Kai breaks.
You can't defend yourself when they stack that up.
Nobody home.
Why?
Dark. Shayna Baszler now with a Buddha clutch. by Shayna Baszler.
Just located it, had to be because she was locked into that hold.
Hey, cover.
From all four women, Kai, Ott, and Rue, their look.
And you know, Kairi Sane's watching this match. Well, ladies and gentlemen, now we will turn our this. It is Saturday night's main event. It takes place live on NBC.
Here's two alpha females collide. Ripley versus Jax.
What about Strowman and Jacob Fatu?
He gets another shot of the champ, Braun Breaker.
That Royal Rumble for the WWE Championship, San Antonio.
And Gunther stopped laughing at Jey Uso earlier. Heavyweight Championship at Saturday night's main event. Again.
Championship, Saturday Night Live, 8 Eastern, 5 Pacific. Main event. It is a WrestleMania Drew McIntyre.
I am delusional, self-serving, hypocrite.
The new kingpin of Monday Night Raw is Drew McIntyre.
I'm on the edge and I'm fighting for my life.
Has always been the chosen one.
You still want to point the finger at everybody else. I shine, baby.
Your selfish agenda.
And you were going to find out.
From Davenport, Iowa, weighing in, Finn Rollins!
A WrestleMania rematch. Rollins. Per normal as he gets ready for the big main event here.
Rollins, because as soon as the Scottish
match from last year, the night that Drew Mac by Damian Priest.
McIntyre being a hypocrite. Michael, I'll be all ears on that one.
Got a fight on a post-show with Drew McIntyre.
Do your research, Mr. Journalist. Give me like that, Cole.
McIntyre.
Cosm presents WWE Royal Rumble.
He was last year at WrestleMania where Seth Rollins lost for the title, only for McIntyre to be captured.
Let's go! I've been waiting.
Weighing in for 207.
Night Raw before the Royal next week. Okay, why is Drew McIntyre? Well, he complained and complained and complained. Exhibit complaining about everyone else not doing it. He could have got involved in the McIntyre was nowhere to be found. Then he complained that it
one responsible for neutralizing Jey Reigns, who didn't get involved in tribal.
And then Drew can't stop the night. Exhibit number 2. Drew McIntyre, both ends. Need to focus on me. Seth Rollins lost his title. What does Drew do? The same thing he told Seth not to do. Priest cashes in. No. Oh. And that was Seth Rollins.
Here's the deal. The point you just made, Drew McIntyre absolutely did win the championship. What he couldn't focus on was unknown cash.
Well, after McIntyre mouthed off.
I got 2 good knees on me now.
To 100% in years, he simply runs Rollins is.
And here's another thing about McIntyre. He's come in front of his family and his friends. The man who cost him that was...
I wouldn't say he did nothing about it. He told Solo Sikoa quite squarely one day onto somebody else, then I'm coming for you, Solo.
From Rollins. I spoke to Seth Rollins earlier. The first match, first main event in the history of Monday Night career. He can't get it out of his head, and he says he needs...
McIntyre suffers a worst loss of his career and starts spiraling.
That's all McIntyre does, is blame other people. Show
the ship after what happened on the Raw dating to climb against 270 pounds.
Royal Rumble match a week from Saturday, winning in 2020, 2019. And they have to be odds-on favorite.
Rollins with the wind in his sails.
And Rollins drives McIntyre right to the suicide dive. McIntyre bounced into the announce table.
It does not stay down. Maybe third time's a charm for Rollins.
Over the announce table, into the chair. Rollins is in... Flex onto and over the announce table to set
less of the H word. Hypocrite.
Back to his feet. McIntyre now. Time world champion.
McIntyre inch once again. That's freaking Rollins.
I wish we could say the same about these announcing down at Rollins.
Seth Rollins is not going to give up without a fight. That's it.
Again, vicious and aggressive. We talked about in a tilt-the-world backbreaker cover. Rollins
talking a big game of being 100%. That has fallen by his. McIntyre knows all about that.
And Rollins covering a kick out.
WrestleMania of all places is clearly at the top of his game.
Out of this, especially after the way that he has treated you in the past.
All been swept under the rug now.
Talking to him. He did most of the talking to me.
So here's the problem.
McIntyre with a near fall after that.
You're too damn selfish, aren't you?
McIntyre's making. We're batting for the same team. Both men. Difference is Drew has backed his words up with
Reigns, who apparently is the problem, but nonetheless,
is pulling down Roman Reigns' power structures that he's so.
Rollins able to roll through now for the win. Cover kick.
To smashing his head on the mat to recover for the Architect.
Both men are down. We talked to her of Raw on Netflix in Los Angeles, battling for the world titles Saturday night at
game was thrown off that night after witnessing Roman power in tribal combat. McIntyre's head was not
tonight, taking the fight to McIntyre.
It's the only way. An inch, he's going to take a mile, and Rollins knows that.
Well, he's a powerhouse, catching Rollins, lifting him up. First to the post.
One of the great athletes.
Again, just
so big, so strong. It takes so much to armor of Drew McIntyre now getting exposed.
Rod Sapato right there, checking on McIntyre.
Temple drops McIntyre to his knees.
And Rollins moves.
Expert precision there from McIntyre, looking like a wreck.
Put McIntyre away here. Again, going to McIntyre. Rollins pulling out all the stops tonight.
Rollins, one of the most popular superstars we have these days. Living inside Seth freaking Rollins. And it comes.
Rollins, Drew will roll out of the way, lifts Rollins up the apron. Caught him with a big forearm.
Disastrous nights 2 weeks ago on the Raw Netflix debut.
Superplex, float through. 2 by Rollins. Rollins was going for his pen.
Few superstars can bounce back like that. Handle on this one. Drew banged to rights until back on top in this one.
Yeah, both men are down in our main event.
Seeing your opponent pull out something like that, especially.
Jim Rollins may be going to Claymore country. Oh! Rollins ducked underneath the Claymore. Rollins was looking for the stop, and he ran into a spine buster. Check.
Rollins
tire set down. Rana by Seth Rollins.
Tempting that DDT.
Kick out at 2.
And that was a big Scotsman.
Falcon Arrow. And
over from Rollins, who has had the stuffing knocked out of him on left in Rollins to get that in.
It is our main event WrestleMania rematch. Rollins now, kick to the midsection.
Hole for hole, but nothing fancy about that Seth Rollins.
In fact, a
JBLS clothesline from hell. This one's a bed. Really imagine the pain racking these two.
Tyre, though, able to counter. Rollins counters as well. Shoulder. Rollins now Gonna lock it in.
Miles from the ropes, even with the elongated.
Rollins trying to get McIntyre to tap out here.
So Edge needs to go, and Drew's faded.
McIntyre trying to. McIntyre grabs the rope and forces the break.
The strength of Mackley where he wanted him.
Fight! You question me! You question my view!
Seth Rollins is just DT. Used the official. I think he went to the official. Grabbed Rollins by the hair, hit the future shock DDT. But
Exactly what he had to do when that referee was not looking. Took a cheap.
McIntyre
is all over the frame of McIntyre. All life is still there to grab victory.
And another wicked.
Both man's energy spent. This has turned at points. McIntyre's got that look in his eye.
For all. Went for it again. Seth Rollins got him. Rollins got McIntyre. And shot now, attacking Rollins.
McIntyre got caught napping. And of course, so defenseless in the ring. At the feet of
Drew, but a Claymore. There is upset, humiliated. Hell continues for McIntyre.
Well, all the trauma of the prison inside the heart of Drew McIntyre, and right now.
Do not do that!
Look at it. Meanwhile, Sami Zayn conversation earlier tonight, and Sami Zayn made.
You good?
McIntyre, that's right. O'Reilly as well. Let's go kiss. Oh, goodness.
At the highest level possible.
Sami Zayn getting involved, just enraged. McIntyre.
We should be on the same page.
Burton Lee caught Rollins.
McIntyre's job for him.
I mean, an absolute terrible. I mean, Rollins is already in a bad. And McIntyre's loving it.
Listen to me. Hey.
गाइस स्वागत है आपका एक ब्रांड न्यू गेम प्ले वीडियो में असैसिन्स क्रीड वलहल्ला के। इस वीडियो में गाइस अभी हम कंटिन्यू कर रहे हैं असैसिन्स क्रीड वलहल्ला का वॉक थ्रू गेम प्ले। तो अगर गाइस आप मेरे चैनल पे न्यू है तो वीडियो को लाइक कर देना, और हमारे चैनल गाइस आदित्य गेमिंग YT को सब्सक्राइब नहीं किया गाइस तो सब्सक्राइब भी कर देना। तो चलो गाइस कंटिन्यू करते हैं असैसिन्स क्रीड वलहल्ला का वॉक थ्रू गेम प्ले। उससे पहले वीडियो को लाइक और हमारे चैनल आदित्य गेमिंग YT गाइस सब्सक्राइब कर देना। तो यहाँ पर गाइस अभी हम कर रहे हैं रिवर रेड। तो चलो चलते हैं आगे की तरफ और देखते हैं क्या हमें यहाँ पे सेंट जॉर्ज का जो आर्मर है उसका गाइस क्या क्लू मिल पाता है कि नहीं। तो ठीक है, मैं यहाँ पे एक वायर सिलेक्ट कर लेता हूँ। इसका एक क्लू हमें मिल चुका है, अभी दूसरे क्लू के लिए अभी हम वहाँ जा रहे हैं। ठीक है, और देखना होगा कि सेंट जॉर्ज लेजेंडरी आर्मर हमें कहाँ मिलेगा। ठीक है, उसके क्लू मिलने के बाद अभी पता चलेगा हमें। चलो यहाँ पे अभी हमें रेड करके यहाँ पे क्लू ढूंढना है हमें। ठीक है, देखते हैं। चलो गाइस चलते हैं ऊपर की ओर। डायरेक्ट ऊपर चलेंगे, ये जो भी है। यहाँ पे सैनिक अच्छा ये रहे हैं। ये कौन है भाई? भाई इसके खोपड़ी में मारा मैंने। भाई ये कितने लोग हैं यहाँ पे। ओके रिवाइव का ऑप्शन आ गया। राशन नहीं है, हर बार रहता राशन का। एक को बचा लिया, दूसरा ये हो गया। राशन की वजह से ये रह गया। इसमें आर्मर और ये मिला है। इसको अभी उठाओ कैसे मैं? ओके इसको यहाँ से, अरे हटो ना यार, क्या ये लोग ये।
Must be blocked from the other side.
अच्छा वहां से चला के इसको खोलना। यहाँ पे क्लू है वो सेंट जॉर्ज का। ये रहा क्लू। रिटर्न टू द क्लू टू द वैगन एट द सेटलमेंट। रिटर्न द क्लूज टू सेटलमेंट। ठीक है देखते हैं, पहले रेड कंप्लीट कर लेते हैं। हो गया क्या? शायद नहीं, पीछे भी होगा शायद यहाँ पे। चलो गाइस यहाँ से निकलते हैं अभी फटाफट से। Okay. चलो भाई अभी यहाँ पे शायद ही अभी कभी आने की जरूरत पड़े भाई। अभी हमें मेन है ना वो मिशन कंप्लीट करना है, देखते हैं सेटलमेंट पहुँचने पे पता चलेगा क्या होता है। ठीक है भाई साहब। यार वैसे देखा जाए ना, ये फास्ट ट्रैवलिंग इस गेम की बहुत स्लो है। असेसिन्स क्रीड शैडो भी खेलनी है लेकिन वो अभी गेम आई नहीं है मेरे पास। ये क्या गया? अच्छा वो डॉक पे आने के बाद। चलो अभी आ गए हैं यहाँ पे वापस।
Eivor, those clues you found, they speak of a river on the northern border of Powys. I've marked it on the map for you. Scouts tell me the area is well guarded. If you are ready for the challenge, I say let's go. You are strong enough to take on whatever comes. Ready. Good luck. May you succeed where many have failed.
ओके क्वेस्ट ये कंप्लीट हो गया हमारा। मल्टीपल क्वेस्ट एक्सेप्टेड है। ओके सेंट जॉर्ज। Okay. Find and kill the champion to claim the sword. The found in the forest at the end of River Day. Okay. ठीक है. 2 है ये मिशंस. Find and kill the champion to claim the sword. And ये क्या है? से enjoy legendary armor pieces. Chapter 1. ये नया आया यार कुछ.
I need your eyes, my friend.
और यहाँ पे कुछ अपग्रेड नहीं रहा है अभी. अपग्रेड होता है ना, कुछ आता है इधर लिख के ऐसे. अगर देखा जाए अभी हमें सेटलमेंट पे यहाँ पे ओके ग्रेव्स ठीक है. हमें ना ऑर्डर ढूंढने हैं वैसे देखा जाए तो. ये लाइन पूरी हो गई, इधर की बची है पूरी अभी. और ये दोनों को भी मारना है. ये कहाँ पे है? बॉर्न टू कलर कंटिन्यू स्टोरी टू नेक्स्ट क्लू. जिसने धोखा किया फुल के ने. ये मिली और इसने पता नहीं आ सकी. ये मिला नहीं अभी तक मुझे. इसकी तो आँख वाँख ये हो रखी है पूरी. ये वाले करेंगे यार, इनमें मज़ा आता है. रिवर वाले में नए रिवर्स आए इसमें. इंग्लैंड, नॉर्वे. ऐसा नॉर्वे से यहाँ आए.